Hmm. Is this live? Is this live? Is this live? Bam, bam. Is this live? Is this live? Is this live? Blah, blah. All right. Okay, I think we're live. All right, everybody. Hello, Mike. Welcome. My name is Mario, and I'm a content creator in content strategies. And today we're going to be taking a look at this brand. And you don't see that because this is live. And we're going to be analyzing based on the content. We're going to do a content audit of what does their content look like online on social media. After that, we're going to take a look at their product. What is their product and the market like, because every product has a different market. And then after that, I'm going to come up with different content strategies and content format ideas that I think could elevate this brand and make them go viral, or at least have more presence and create more engaging posts online for their specific avatars and market, which we analyzed earlier. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm covering today has these five pillars right here. Okay. So the first is a product overview and content audit. Okay. I'm going to start with the content audit first. And then, as I said, I'm going to be taking a look at the content product. Now, full disclosure, I've done some of this already, because this is the second time I do this live stream. But I want to do it a bit more organized in under 1 hour. So I'm going to start a timer here. And I've got until, I'm going to put the timer here of 59 minutes. So I've got an hour to do this. And I'm going to hide this in a different window. Okay. In this time right here. Okay. So hopefully everything goes well. And hopefully this brand watches it and they can get some inspiration or some ideas from this. And if not, it was a good exercise to do anyway. And these are the tools I'm going to use, the basic tools anybody can use, right? Google, Reddit, TikTok, ChatGPT, and Notion. So, as I said, I'm kind of familiar with this because I already did this live. This is not the first time I'm doing this, but still. We're going to start with their content audit, okay? These are the three brands that I'm looking at right now. And this is the main product that they sell. It's a sea scooter or underwater scooter. Underwater scooter is another name for it. There are many brands. These are the brands that I've chosen to go ahead and exercise. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a peep at their content first. Let's open up on YouTube. Let's see SEANXT. We're going to go on TikTok, and we're going to go on Instagram as well. Okay. Okay, so SEANXT, what comes up here? Okay. We got some very official stuff. We got some shorts in here. 12K on a short. Not bad. Very few views. This is very commercial. Okay, so the results that I'm getting so far, we have from SEANXT official. All right. Yeah, I'm not very impressed with the first results. We're gonna dive in deep into each one of those later. Let's see what we get on the magic box of TikTok. Let's take out this for now. Okay, this I'm liking a bit more already. The first view of that is a little bit better. This is the same video on YouTube. Don't like those logos. Okay. Again, I see a lot of like exhibition thing here. Okay, I like the yacht thing, but I see a lot of exhibition, a lot of branding, a lot of logo. I'm not loving that, to be honest. I'm not clicking on any one of the things yet because I want to see the I like that. Yes, that shot over there with 4 people on a scooter, that's a good hook. Okay. That's a good visual hook here as well. Okay. But overall, not very impressed with the search results. You know, nothing that makes me want to like, I want to click this right now. Okay. How are we doing with time? Let's see. We're still in the content audit. 5 minutes. Okay, that's fine. SEANXT. SEANXT. Not much coming up. We got SEANXT official. Not a lot going on here. I like this, but I don't know what it is. We got reels. Okay. Oh, let's see. How about the engagement of this post? 50K views. This sounds like ads to me. Sounds like ads, unless...
Gonna turn on, and then you'll see you have your 2 throttles on the side here. So when you're in the water,
I like this format of video. I don't need to watch it to know this is a good video.
All right, so on the sides here, you have your 2 buttons. When you press them down together,
because this is a demonstration, but it's a real demonstration. That's why it works. But it could be ads, but I see at least a little bit of engagement here. People commenting and blah, 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 blah. It's good engagement. I see. I would love to see the engagement on this post. I don't see it. But based on the other ones, these ones I can tell they have no ads. Curiously enough, these ones give me no information about the engagement. I think it's because they have ads. 6K, this is very little engagement. But...
Os presento el scooter submarino SEANXT. Diseñado y ensamblado en Francia. Composición de...
Such a pity because this could be such a good video.
Cuerpo de carbono completo para la construcción. Más ligera, rígida.
Insisting on music on the thing. Well, we'll talk about that on the content format strategy. Music is not always an ally. Tonight I'm moving like... Okay. So that's for the SEANXT. Also not impressed on the gram, to be honest. I wonder if it's just search. Yeah, doesn't come up with much more than that. All right, let's take a look at the other one. I think it's just a similar brand. Yep, very similar results. Kind of commercial. Nothing really stands out. This is a good... These two are very good thumbnails. Best Underwater Scooters 2024. That's a good thumbnail. Yeah. That's a pretty good thumbnail as there too. But no more than that. Okay. Nothing that makes me want to click so much. So oof. Okay, how are we doing with time? All right, I don't want to do more than 10 minutes on the audit. But what I'm seeing basically is that the content is not engagement focused. It's focused on the... Yeah, so for the content audit here, we're going to put most of the content is based on the product and brand. This type of content is great for the website and converting warm leads. Okay, so people who are already interested in that. But it's not great for social media if we think of social media as trying to get engagement, trying to catch attention. If our goals, which is mostly the goal of social media, is, catching attention, spreading awareness, casting a big net. Okay, if we think of social media on these goals of catching attention, spreading awareness, casting a big net, now this type of content that I see for these brands is not doing that. That's not to say that the content is bad or the channels are bad. It's just not performing those things. It's performing something different, which needs to be. It has a purpose, and we need it. But it's not performing the ultimate goal of why are people on social media, okay? Especially for people who have never seen something like this, you gotta give them a reason to click, a reason to watch. What is this? And explain it, okay? This is a good thumbnail. And this and this. All of these aren't. These are not optimized for social. Okay. These are posts only. We don't have videos in here. This logo. Music. Music logos. Not the best. Okay. Kind of TV shots. Is that this is making the product the hero and not the problem I see with the problems. Okay, making the product the hero, solution, or what you should aim for, solution or goals. Yeah, okay, and another goal, making the product, making the customer the hero. Okay, a customer doesn't buy when he understands the product. A customer buys when he feels understood. I think I heard that from another market. I don't know what it is, but it rings true, and it rings true to this. So if a customer buys when he feels understood, is that you have to show them that he's understood. And doing that on social media is appealing to them, making the content relatable. Okay, these are our goals. Okay, how are we doing with time? 47 minutes. Okay, so this is what I see so far. Most of the content is based on the brand and product, which again, it's not bad, but it's not the goal of social media. And this type of content is great for a website and converting warm leads, meaning that people who are already interested, who know about the product, that it's a little bit better. But even those, there is better content for them, and that's what we're gonna do just a little bit later. Okay, now let's review the product a little bit now. What is the product? Who is it for? And full disclosure, I've done a little bit of this before, so why don't I just jump back into the analysis that I did before, okay? So this is the research that I've done, and here I summarized it with ChatGPT, and just the way that I did it, basically, I'm gonna show the way that I did it, and I'm gonna show the summary, okay? So if we go to SEANXT and we go to shopping, we see some of the products in here, and we see the price tags, and so we can get a sense of what kind of product this is. So what I just did is I just copied all this information to ChatGPT, for example, right? So to get a data scrapped of all the different products, then I also read it. Now, I want to see what kind of conversations people are having, right? Because if I go to Reddit and people are talking here, they say, look, unfortunately, 500 gets you nothing. DPPs are in order of 1,000. Now, I'm going to get the lingo here. On Reddit, I'm going to get the lingo. And not only that, but what people are really thinking about these products, what are their problems, their good things, their experiences and stuff. I'm gonna be seeing who is the real customer of this type of stuff. One of the Yamaha RED versions will get you a good fit. So these are people like, okay, my budget is 500-ish. What can I get? And this is a real comment here because he says 500 gets you nothing because these products start pretty high. They're pretty elite products, right? But we've read it. We can touch on some of the conversations, and what I like to do is I like to first eye over them, see if there's anything, what are people interested here? People are interested in their velocity, their speed, the amount of battery they can carry, and these are the main concerns of these products. But I will use Reddit to gather the sense of where is the market at and what do the market consider the better products, the more expensive products, the more bang for your buck stuff. So one thing that I would do is just scrape the data, basically, if I don't have that much time. Scrape the data, get a notes app like that, paste all the comments here, and then go to ChatGPT and make a summary of what the people are doing, which conveniently I have already done. And what I see is that these are the avatars. The SEANXT Elite, for example, is a high performance luxury underwater scooter, which means it's not for the casual beach goer. Now this is very important because not the average Joe is going to be able to afford one of these. Instead, it's designed for people who have specific needs, interests, and water sports, exploration, professional applications. Here's a breakdown of who this can be for, right? So now in here, I've got 6 different avatars for this product. Luxury and high-end by consumers. Yacht owners. Okay, so we're talking people who own yachts. So for them, buying a toy like this, it's just like buying a beach ball. It just doesn't really matter. Luxury travelers and tech enthusiasts and early adopters, right? Someone who sees this as a new product and wants to try it out. Why they be interested? Well, they enhance the luxury of the yacht experience. It offers a unique toy to play, a status symbol, etc. So the second one is water sports and adventures enthusiasts. Now, free divers, scuba divers, spearfishers, underwater photographers. I'm very interested on that one. Underwater photographers and videographers. I think this is a really good cruise for them because if you're a free diver and you're trying to film, you're trying to get a good movie for you, the people who are going to be filming you are not necessarily the best free divers. So it would be a great idea to have this to film a free diver, and you can do a behind the scenes on this. Now, for example, if you watch the case of One Breath Around the World, which is a famous freediver movie by William Nerida. This guy, I think, is his girlfriend or his wife that films him, and it's incredibly difficult to film things like that because, you gotta be an experienced free diver or diver. I don't think they use divers because you would see bubbles, and there's no bubbles in this whole movie. I don't know how they hide it, but it's really well done. So this is a great, and plus, like, some free divers or scuba divers are probably are high on the amount of money they can spend, so they will be a good one. Resorts and rental businesses. Now this is very interesting because this means that they can make the experience accessible to the average Joe by renting it out, just like you rent out a jet ski when you go to the ski, when you go to the beach. You don't need to own it, but you can rent it. And this makes it interesting because if we're selling the product to these places or we're renting it out to these places, then they could be making the promotion of this product on their social media as a fun thing to do. Marine professional and public safety. This was an interesting, very niche one as well. And whenever it's very, very niche, it could be very interesting, because let's say that we provide, if we were the company and we provide a free one of these toys to a marine biologist or something like that, and they can use it as welcome to the life of a marine biologist doing their 9 to 5. Today I'm going to be collecting seashells and planting these seaweeds and coral under the sea. I'm going to be using my jet ski blaster Sea Life Next Turbo 2000 to help me get around and plant more corals on less time. Blah, blah, blah. So you could see how this could be used in that way. Okay, we got 4 minutes left. Content creators and influencers. So the idea of this is a good group of, and then competitive water sports and content creators and influencers. Okay, so these are the type of people who could be buying or trying out this product, or basically making videos about it. Some of them would be able to afford it. Some of them will be able to rent it. Some of them will be able to make a video as a commission or something like that. Now, it's very interesting to have like, okay, who can use this product? And then the summary of this is, okay, luxury buyers, extreme water sports enthusiasts, resorts and rental businesses, marine professionals, and content creators and influencers. All right, so we're gonna copy these ones again for those two and put them in here, because basically what we're saying is that not everybody can afford it, but the ones who do, all right, how do we approach them, or how do we make videos with them? And here it comes in the content strategy. So there is 2 main content strategies that I've thought about when it comes to this. And well, before I do that, actually, let me see next video. I want to give some of the props in here. For example, I saw this video.
SEANXT Elite is dual propulsion. As you can see, the unit has...
And this has a couple of good points that I like to point out. No music. It's in location, meaning it's where you would use the product. And it's educational, as in like a demonstration of what the product is. And just
has 2 motors. To activate those motors, you have these triggers right here.
There's no cuts or zooms in the video. That's the one thing that would be missing. This is the type of video that would be really good for converting, for someone who's already interested in the product and they want to learn more about it, see it in action. The one way you could improve it is just by showing like close-ups of like, okay, now we're talking about the trigger or the gas button. Now
Here
show
on
me
the
that
side.
close-up.
When you activate them,
something like that,
it'll provide thrust. So one of the things that's unique about the SEANXT Elite is if you do get anything in your intake, you have this water unit or surface unit. So I could run the unit on the surface and it'll provide propulsion.
No music, no logos.
Or I could dive down.
Logos at the end.
SEANXT Elite is dual propulsion. As you can see, the unit has...
Why does it work? Because it looks like something you could shoot yourself. It looks like something like a friend would send you. And that makes it more real. Here we got some cool product shots of like using it. And they look amazing. But the way to make it a little bit more relatable would be to give me the experience of the water. Give me the sounds of the underwater. And even if you didn't capture them, you can just use some regular sounds of underwater. It would make you be more in the space, you know? Unless you're doing like a race and something like that. Okay, so we probably experienced swimmers and stuff. Yeah, these are great. The problem with this is that there's nothing in here like a race or a goal for this video. It falls kind of flat. It's kind of empty because there's no mention of like what's happening here. There's no real reason to watch it. It's just like good visuals. So back to the content strategies. The content strategies, number one would be to look at the avatars and facilitate them to create content for the product. Okay, so how would you look to the avatars? For example, these are the avatars. How would you facilitate these people, these 6 kind of people, to create content? Well, you would give it to them for free, or you would sell it to them for cheaper, or you would do that to facilitate them to do content. For example, okay, if it's a yacht owner and you want to like, hey, you reach out to people like that, and hey, like, if it's a yacht owner who makes content on YouTube and it's an influencer and stuff, it's going to be like a high collab, and it's probably going to be expensive, but it might be worth it if it's bringing you really high-end clients. Because the thing is, like, as a yacht owner, let's see if there's any as a yacht owner. How did you get rich? Well, this guy ask everybody how they get rich.
What's it cost to run a $5 million yacht? Boats are like wives, high maintenance. You need a place to put it. That's gonna cost you $7 grand a month at least. And then you're gonna need a captain. That's gonna cost you another 7.
All right, so let's see who this guy is. Is this a yacht people? No. Probably has a yacht, but yacht content only. Maybe.
How much does it cost to own a 70-foot yacht? Too much. $5,000 a month in docking fees. $3,000.
Cool. Okay, yacht club. Now we're talking. Okay, but this is probably an automated channel.
You have any questions for us?
No, I'm good. I just wondered what made you want to start.
Check this out, 20 million euros.
There we go. Super couple.
Jump on.
Okay. So that could be one way approaching luxury by yacht owners, see who's interested in making videos. Extreme, this would be my preferred one, because I actually know some YouTubers like this, like Adam Freediver, and I bet these people would be a little bit easier to reach. Adam Freediver is one of the big people on freediving, and similar there should be scuba divers and spearfisher, and spearfisher could be really good, to be honest. Rental places would be really good, because I bet they would have very few followers and very little social media experience. So this could actually help them. Approaching them and giving them the video ideas and telling them how to shoot it, giving them the things they would need for that. Maybe offering discounts for the people who rent it, and then for those people who rented, discount if they do a video, and then we're talking about what kind of videos on the format ideas in here. And creators and influencers, yes, similar as we said before, and then competitive athletes and stuff. Okay, similar. This I'm not gonna put it in here because it's the same as before. right? They're all influencers, unless we can consider luxury owners, because we're targeting social media. So whenever possible, if you're able to find influencers, UGCs with under, between 1K or 10K and 100K followers, it's much better than finding someone with 1 million followers. Much better. Especially if they post consistently and they have good engagement. And that would be someone like Adam, I think, would be ideal for that. Then would he be willing to do stuff like that? I don't know, but I think I've seen similar stuff on his channel.
Everybody's scared.
Okay. So that would be the strategy number 1, to facilitate people to create content. And then number 2, the idea would be to create a horizontal strategy. What this would mean is, for example, would be brand name dot ASMR, brand name dot replies, brand name dot fun or IRL. Let's just say fun, or brand name dot videos. Okay, and this could be fun challenges. Okay, so what do I mean by this? Right now, if we go to TikTok and we go to see this brand, SEANXT. Well, first of all, we don't even find it here. Okay. We got SEANXT Americas. And we've got, what else? SEANXT Official, maybe? Yeah. So we are dividing the brand in different Americas or official or things like that, but we're not dividing the brand into different types of content. And what a lot of brands are doing right now is actually dividing their social media on specific type of formats and contents. Why? Because is the content that appeals to, I'm gonna probably make this a little bit easier to see. Okay. This, you want to do it because the algo, let's just call it the algo, is good at targeting specific people, right? So one niche could be brand name. Okay, so let's just put a SEANXT. SEANXT dot spearfishing, right? This would be extremely niche, which would be awesome. And the idea with that would be to, number 1, get a spear fisher to provide them or facilitate product. 3, instruct them on how to make content. Cool. Create channel on a few content formats. Okay. So this is getting a UGC, not a famous influencer, but getting someone who can do the thing, a spearfisher, can do the video, and is consistent. That's the main three things. If you get someone to do that for you and can showcase your product for that specific and catch the eyes, which formats we will talk about it now, that is a recipe for success. And that would be one of them, right? Spearfisher. Now, an easier one is ASMR. Let's start with the ASMR. ASMR strategy. So how to do the ASMR strategy, okay? Get locations, unbox, unwrap, set up products, capture good, clean visual. Now, there is a company that sells bikes, and here we're gonna check them out right here. They're gonna be here, this one. IMO's factory, open, okay. So IMO's factory, they sell bikes, and their TikTok channel is pretty good. And now, mind you, these are not cheap bikes, probably not as expensive as the scooters. But what they do is just they show their product in relevant locations, that meaning like roads and stuff. Obviously, it's easier for the bike because pretty much anywhere with an empty road can function, can work. And if you take a look at their products and their videos, they're just ASMR. Very little personality. There's not much emphasis on the rider. There's more emphasis on the product. Now, the reason why this works is because it's consistent. The people who are already into bikes, they want to see how the bike performs, how it sounds. You're giving them the experience. Another reason why this works is because it's based on the experience of the viewer, meaning you're just giving them the sounds of how does this bike sound? What experience am I going to have when I have this bike with me? What sounds am I going to hear? So by watching one of these videos, you get a sense of the experience you're going to have. And that is the key here. You want to have the experience. Now let's go back to this one. Okay. So for ASMR, the goal for ASMR is to give the viewer, okay, which could be your customer, could be a warm lead, could be just a viewer, give the viewer the experience. Show the product as it is. Okay. Make the whole channel the same. And again, this is why we want to do what I call a horizontal strategy, okay? The horizontal strategy means that we create different accounts. One account is SEANXT.ASMR, okay? So what it would look like in here on TikTok, it would look like tiktok.com at SEANXT.ASMR. You can still keep the main account, which is going to have the videos that we've already seen, videos with logos, with music, that doesn't matter. But when you create something like this, you put ASMR, all you want to do in this case is put the same format. That is the key. And repeat the same format with different. We're getting the environments are the pool, the sea, maybe the lake, surrounded by a yacht, different swimming pools, and then the products, different colors, different sizes. That's it. Tapping on different places, touching the triggers and stuff like that. Basically, those are the particulars of the video, which are minor details. But the goal is to give the viewer the experience, make them feel it. I'm gonna make you feel it. Okay, so you should be saying that. Okay, show the product as it is. Make the whole channel the same. Make the viewer feel it. Make the viewer feel it. Good. That's it. That is the simplest thing that you can do, and what's gonna give you the most for what you're gonna put on, because this, you're gonna put very little work and you're gonna get a lot of benefit because it's gonna be niched. That's all. The other ones that I mentioned here, they're a bit more difficult. Also not a ton difficult. If you do something like SEANXT replies, for example, what you're gonna be doing with this, okay, is something like this. SEANXT replies. Okay. This is gonna be a channel. Okay, so another account, another TikTok account. So if you're gonna go to TikTok, it's gonna look like this: tiktok.com/SEANXT reply. In fact, let's just do it here so you can see visually exactly what it's gonna look like. Okay, SEANXT.ASMR. Okay, this is the name of the game: horizontal strategy. Cool. And that's what it's gonna look like. In SEANXT replies, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take random videos from the internet, people discussing the product, people sharing their experience, take comments from other videos, and reply them, answer the questions. Now, common questions that could be is like, okay, can you nosedive with this? How long can you go? How long does the battery run? Where can I charge my battery? What happens? Can I detach it? Can I open it? Basically, all the questions that nobody asked and a lot of people asked, you're gonna make videos about that. And what they're gonna look like is basic video replies. But you don't want to put that in the main channel. You want when you put one or two on the main channel, because how drone works. Okay, let's see if we got a video reply. Okay, let me see this guy. That's daily. No, that's daily. Come on. You ain't ready for my flying.
So now it's actually searching for it, right?
Yeah.
It's looking for the connection. Boom.
It's gonna look like that.
Okay.
But instead
So now
of,
it's actually
instead of hands, you're gonna be having a face and people replying to it and showing you exactly what it would look like. That's a huge drone. Okay. So video reply videos. It looks like talking head video replying to comments and other videos, giving suggestions. Exact suggestions. Okay. So for this, what you need is just you need a person who number one, gathers the information about what videos you can make, and number two, people who actually make the videos recording themselves of replying. You don't need to be on the water. Okay. No need. to be on the water. You don't need to be on the water. You don't need to do tests. This is just information channel. Do need specific info, talking head, and product. And you need the product. It could be possible format. It could be a green screen video, for example, where you put the picture from the website or the picture from, you know, the video that you see from before, and you do a screen video, basically just talking over it and giving the information. So that would be the SEANXT replies. These two, I believe, are the easiest content strategies to do with the formats that I discussed that could get great results. Now we're going to talk about the fun videos and challenges. Now here, we're going to talk about this on the formats. Okay, content strategies. I'm going to put this as inside here. Okay. Now the content formats and strategy. So, of course, we mentioned ASMR. We mentioned ASMR formats, and we mentioned reply format, green screen, or talking head. Okay. Now let's look for some ideas on viral content. Okay. Now for this, I love to turn my attention to the hero of the moment. Okay. All right, we have very little to do. Okay, so for this, if we're going to do viral finding content, we could take a look at the approach of SEANXT, for example, and similar videos to this, where you basically take a viral video like this.
But if you really want to leave your mark in the world of art, you can try the Artist Pro 19 Gen 2, a beautiful 19-inch drawing display by XP Pen. It comes with two.
A great example of this is SEANXT. Okay. Now this one, it's a bit more advanced. You need someone who is funny. You need good ideas. You need to look for those videos, get them, and then create a good way to patch those videos. But they do get great results. I've been trying some of them myself, and you can see them on the page, and they work really well. So that is, sign formats. That is a possible formats for viral content. The other one would be something like a dude perfect style. Now, dude perfect, they're too high, they're too big, they're huge. Possibly not gonna get them on a collab. It's gonna cost millions of dollars. But the way that they do battles and games and stuff like that could serve as inspiration as to what kind of videos to do and stuff like that. And basically getting a group of friends, again, facilitating with products, and then videos like games like capture the flag, right? Or you could do something like they're playing water polo. Yeah, water polo with the scooter. Or something like hide and seek. Not hide and seek. No, what is it? Like collect. Hide and seek underwater. Okay, hide and seek underwater. Or collect. Who can find more treasure in 30, 40 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, this is like a little bit more elevated thing to do. Another one format would be levels. Okay, so for example, how long does it take you to swim from one end of the pool naked, basically, like naked swimming, versus with flippers, versus with a big scooter. The concept of levels, the format, you can see it on something like Mr. Beast has great examples of levels on videos. Let's just look for one. Okay. Yeah, okay, so these are a great example of levels. Will it float? And we have here basketball, we have a fridge, have money, pizza boxes, and pumpkins, right? So you see what's next. You see that this one is yes, this one is no. Okay. So it's funny, it's very easy to understand. Visually, it's great. So you could do something like that with the scooters as to like how long does it get to swim from one place to another, you know, how fast and stuff. The concept, the format of levels is, will it float is one of them, but this one, for example, is very clear visually. How many balloons does it take to fly, basically, right? So with this in mind, you know, how long does it take from one end to the end? How long can I go on a straight line until I run out of battery? That would be another one. Just like questions that people would like answers to. That would be fun. How deep can I go? How fast? What animals, if you put like an animal side to side, comparing the speed of an animal, so scooter versus swimmers, okay, and you get something like Michael Phelps or something like that, you can get their speed, sort of their speed number, and compare it to the speed number of the scooter. So it could be scooter versus swimmers, or scooter versus swimming animals. Okay, so the animals that swim the fastest versus the animals that feel the slowest. And it could be like this is a versus, so who wins. It's also a comparison. It's levels, because from smallest or from fastest to slowest. So levels is another format possible for that. Another format that I really like is adventure formats. And the adventure formats, again, you have good examples on Mr. Beast, but another example, it could be, for example, take this toy and record, take amazing pictures with this. Take this toy and this camera and this camera and record amazing pictures with this. This is a format that is recently very popular here. Take this take this camera. So basically, they walk into a random stranger. They're about
Excuse me.
to go.
Are you guys going on a trip?
They say, take this camera.
If I give you this camera,
Going to Barcelona.
fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
I've gotta get over, but I love you.
Now, the format could work for this in a way that you can give people the toy. You need to give them a camera as well, an underwater camera. Take this underwater camera and record amazing pictures of your dive. Right now, here you wouldn't be approaching regular people. You would be approaching specifically swimmers, divers, scuba divers, free divers, people who are already going into the water, of course. It's the same format with a little bit of a caveat that it has to be a little bit more people. Will it be real? Yes. And then another one, fun sketches. Now, this is more of an IRL approach in real life, where you could go up to people on the beach, for example, and you can ask, say you ask like girls, do you have the adventure? No, do you have the fantasy of being saved by Baywatch, right? Or you can ask the question like, could you pretend, or excuse me, could you pretend to drown? Could you pretend to drown so I can go save you? So I can go save you. Now, if you get a guy who's like super jacked, goes up to a girl, asks this, probably the girl's gonna laugh. It's gonna be game. It's gonna be good. So that would be a good IRL video. And then you could make this video in a way that is like safety, safe wise, where they're in the shallow of the sea or whatever. They're in the shallow. You could see that in their shallow, but still you make it as dramatic. And then the guy goes saves her, and he uses the scooter to get there. Totally unnecessary, but he uses the scooter to get there. Uses scooter to get there. Okay. Again, this would be part of the This would be part of the SEANXT video. So funds and challenges and stuff like that. This I would put it on a separate channel. It can go on the main channel as well, but I would put it on the separate channel. Along with stuff like Dude Perfect competitions or games. And then LC sign format videos, which is like funny transitions and hard sell. Levels would work well. Adventures, take this camera, and fan sketches. So that is it. That is this, and now I'm gonna do a short summary in here. So the summary for this would be, because it's a product that only is for a very niche kind of people that can spend this amount of money. Obviously, you're not appealing to the big masses, which is good and bad. But I would still make the content as if you were doing the same kind of content that would go viral. So the same things apply. Make it engageable. So make it relatable and make it engageable. And to make it relatable and engageable, the content has to kind of look, the time is up. Okay, the content has to look like somebody that, something that you can film, not a big production company could film. And it could be a little bit like controversial in some cases to spark conversations, because if you do things like the competitions like Scooter versus Michael Phelps, people are going to be like, oh, the any scooter would beat up Michael Phelps, or any dolphin would like outrun any scooter, etc. And you don't need to put a dolphin. You can put a slower animal, maybe a turtle, regular fish. I don't know who's the slowest swimmer animal. So if I'm making it engageable, and then I would say that the rule number 1 is make the customer the hero. Make the feeling and the experience the priority. Okay. The priority of the content. Okay. This is like how the, okay. Cast a big net. The goals that we said before, which were content audit. Yeah, the goals that are here, okay? So catching attention, spreading awareness, making the customer the hero, and make the content relatable. I'm gonna just repeat that. By making the customer the hero, making them feel understood, then you're making the product a bit more appealing, and it's gonna show in the content. The easiest content formats and strategies of the ones that I mentioned are, again, the ASMR. You don't need any extra money to start with that. Those are very cheap to do. The reply videos. These we would require a little bit more strategic content of how to approach those people, a bit more research and stuff like that. But with these two, there's a lot of improvement that can be done on what's already out there. And I believe this would be not so hard to achieve, these ones. Okay. Okay, so all in all, that is my analysis for the brand SEANXT and Altvis. The customer, the product of the underwater scooter. I hope this was helpful. If the guys at SEANXT and stuff watch this and get some helpful ideas, awesome. And I'll see you next time. I'm gonna be doing another product. If you guys want me to cover a different product, let me know. See ya.